Hi, welcome to my channel. It's me, Gorgeous Gold, coming on to do the weekly energy update for my earth signs. I want to take a moment and just say thank you to all of y'all that have been supporting me. I love you and very blessed and very grateful. If you're new and the message resonates, hit that subscribe button. Also, guys, please make sure you're liking these videos. I see a lot of people that watch my videos actually aren't even subscribed, and it's like, come on, just subscribe with me, please. Like, trying to reach as many people in the collective as possible, so help me out. Anyways, thank you. So we're gonna jump in for the earth signs. I want to ask the universe to protect this reading and everyone that is tuning in and their families. I want to ask that you place a bubble around us all, fill it with bright white lights, 3 golden rings, and violet flames. May it shine so bright that nothing negative may ever attach. I want to ask the universe to bless this reading. I want to ask that our spirit guides, angels, and mentors are present to use me as a channel for the collective. Thank you in advance for all messages. All right, here we go. Let's see what comes out for the weekly energy. Wow, the World card is the first card to fall out. Okay, let's see. I seen the Empress too. We'll see if she comes out. Mother of Swords. Okay. Center of the reading, we have the 8 of Cups and we have the 6 of Pentacles. We have the 9 of Swords. And then what is the outcome? The Mother of Pentacles. All right, so this week, with the World card being the first energy that comes out, the first message that I started hearing is like, you're getting ready to exit a season of loss. So there's been so much that's taken place. Like, the energy that's behind the World card feels super heavy. So there's been I keep hearing this Rod Wave lyric. He says, before you get one win, you got to take 1,000 losses. Like, I feel like you've been in the season of 1,000 losses. And it's like, you get ahead, but then you get knocked back down. And you constantly have gone through this repeated cycle. And so with the World card coming out, I feel like that period of your life is done. But what I am seeing is like, this only happens if you are able to stand in your truth. So pretty much, yes, you took 1,000 losses, but in order for you to actually close out this cycle and heal from it, you've got to be willing to go back and reflect on those 1,000 losses and realize what you did each time. Each of those 100 or 1,000 times. Like, you need to go back and look at them and study them, seeing what you did, like what mistakes you made, because like it or not, like, we all have shadow work and we all have things that we've done wrong, or like there was some error that went wrong during that time, and it's just important for you to identify that, like whatever flaw you had or whatever happened, just studying your past so that you can fully let it go and align with the truth of each of those lessons. Because most of the time, actually literally all of the time, when we repeat a cycle, it's because we didn't learn what we were supposed to learn. The reason we don't learn what we're supposed to learn is because when something gets difficult, or it feels like this, like the first solution, or it feels like this just all over the place, you want to run. You really don't want to face the situation. You don't want to go back and have to see, maybe I did something, or you don't want to have to go back and think about what this person did to you. You try to escape the pain, and some of us escape it through pushing it down. Others of us just pretend that it never happened. Some people turn to drugs. Some people turn to alcohol. But the point of it is like, healing this, you have to go into the darkness. You can't heal what you cannot see. You cannot heal what you don't know is there. So you're going to have the opportunity this week to really go into some darkness so that you can close out some major cycles that honestly have left you feeling the 9 of Swords, which is like, I don't know, I read it differently every time, but the Nine of Swords for this reading is feeling like anxiety. It's feeling like your own inner turmoil creating outside chaos. And it's like, I just told my client yesterday, you cannot, you know, what is the word? What do I want to say? Thank you. Okay. So you cannot go into a situation with your own perception and then argue about, like, you know, argue with someone else about theirs. Everyone's perception is based on the experiences that they have had throughout this life. And so your perception of certain situations based on the situations you've experienced in the past could be completely wrong, but because that's what your experience has taught you, you find yourself in a loop of destructive patterns and continuously attracting the same things because your perception is already off because of the experiences you've had. So you're being called in right now to basically clear your perception so that you're able to see through the lens of love, through the lens of your intuition, and through the lens of reality. Because there's always two sides or three sides to every story. Your side, the other person's side, and then the truth. So you want to move more towards leaning towards the truth. Like, where you're able to identify all aspects of a situation. In doing so, you can close out a lot of cycles and not have to repeat a lot of the same lessons, because that's the energy that's surrounding. It's like you're ready to close this out, but it's just you got to be willing and able to face the truth about yourself and about others. So then we got the Eight of Cups and the Six of Pentacles. Walking away from these mindsets and these toxic behaviors or toxic situations or addictions. I am seeing some people maybe battling addictions and depression and anxiety and just constantly not being happy with yourself. Maybe you have so much insecurity or doubt or worry or fear that something's not going to work out for you. And so that has to come to an end. The Eight of Cups is saying that it's time for you to really let bygones be bygones and walk away from those things that have hurt you and maybe made you feel insignificant or made you feel like your life was meant to be chaos or you weren't meant to have anything good. Because the truth is, those are the seeds that you're planting. So if you don't want your garden to look like this, like broken glass and flowers that are dead and stuff everywhere, you have to plant new seeds. You have to create a new garden. You have to put what you want out there. Because right now, even when we focus on what it is that we don't want, that's what you'll attract more of. Whereas if you focus on what it is that you do want, you'll attract more of the things that are heightening your experience and making you feel joy. So it's really just about getting your ducks in a row and planning out which seeds you're going to plant and how you're going to plant them and why you want those, and really staying focused on intention right now, because you're in the process of closing out something huge. Like, the world is the last major arcana. So this is like you've closed out a complete cycle, and this is nothing small. This is like, I always go into it because I feel like people don't understand how big the changes are, like how big it is to close out cycles. And yes, life in general is a journey, but you don't want to keep going through the same exact experiences over and over and over again. Like, you really, you know, you want to have experience a number of things throughout your life. You know, you don't want to just keep running into relationship after relationship that doesn't work, and you never understand why they're not working. But it's like, because you have this internal thing within that you continuously attract this type of person, and it's because you have a lesson that you haven't learned from it. And so wouldn't it be wonderful to just go back and look at all those relationships and notice certain patterns so that you can see what it is it's time for you to heal? Or wouldn't it be wonderful if you could just go back and revisit even your family, like lineage, looking at things that have happened in your family in ways that maybe you've carried some of those traits over and stuff like that, so that you can heal it. Because then once you heal that, you move out of the Nine of Swords. You move out of that, like, anxiety and depression. And then I see by the end of the week with the Mother of Pentacles, this week brings you clarity on certain directions that it's time for you to move into. This is the Queen of Pentacles, and in traditional tarot, she's like holding that pentacle. So looking at this one, it's kind of like, protect your vision, protect whatever pentacle you're trying to build, protect whatever this goal is that you have. You don't necessarily have to speak up and tell everyone what's going on for you. Like, just move in silence and do what you need to do, have your ducks in a row and what your next move is. Have it planned out. We got the Six of Cups. So yeah, some of you guys, this is definitely talking about, you know, relationships. Like, there's some unhealed toxicity in your relationship patterns or something, and it's causing problems in your current moment. Yeah, because, okay. Ooh, we got counterparts out now. Okay. Okay. And then the Mother of Pentacles. Two of Wands. Okay. So for the World card, we had the Six of Cups come out. And it's like I said, I feel like there's some major wow. And then we got Strength at the bottom, that Leo energy. I feel like there are some major decisions being made in your life. There are some things from the past in which you are wrapping up. You're done. Like, I don't know what has taken place for you. Well, I do know there's been a number of situations, but there's so many messages flowing. It's like there's a lot of people are just having a lot of past life issues come up. A lot of traumatizing things or toxic behaviors or toxic relationship patterns, like stuff like that is coming up. And the universe is putting you in alignment with your truth, forcing you to go within. Once you do that, you will realize that you have everything in this present moment available to you to start moving differently and to decide how you want to come out on the other side of this. And that's crazy because it's kind of mirroring for all of the signs. But with the Seven of Swords here, and it's clarifying the Eight of Cups, you're needing to walk away from lies or for being deceitful, from deceitful things. And it's like, if you want someone to be honest with you, then you're going to have to be honest with them, and vice versa. If someone wants you to be honest with them, then they need to be honest with you. And so there's just deceit, and I feel like it's showing up in the form of you hiding yourself, or someone's hiding themselves from you. So it's like, it's nothing for you to fear, because it comes, you know, you move out of the energy, but it takes you becoming the King of Swords, which is the counterpart to the Mother of Swords. So we now have the King and the Queen of Swords out, and it's just about trusting and knowing that when you align with your truth and you have the courage and the bravery to stand up and speak that, you will only have balanced connections. You will only plant balanced seeds, and that's what you're focused on. That's what you want your connections to move into, moving away from hiding, moving away from playing it small or being anything outside of yourself, outside of your true self. So you're planting new seeds that are in alignment with your truth, but it takes strength. It takes courage. That's why that Leo energy is showing its face, because it's like, it's going to take courage for you to move. If you've been like this your whole life, or constantly been surrounded with people that are like this, how are you supposed to trust? You know, how are you supposed to not feel this way? Or if you've constantly found yourself at jobs that didn't appreciate you, or the boss was lying, like whatever it is, it's like, how can you not kind of feel that Seven of Swords energy, that hiding or that lying or plain sight? So it's like, get into your truth, having your energies balanced, and you're going to attract other people that too have balanced energies. And like I said, some of you guys, this could be in love. Like, this is definitely in regards to relationships, with the Six of Cups clarifying the World card. Like, this is definitely in regards to relationships. So clarifying the Nine of Swords, we have the Judgment card coming out. This is the time of judgment. Like, honestly, most of us are stuck in our homes. Most of us are, you know, forced to spend time or do things with people that we didn't really usually do. Like, we're out of the norm. We're out of the ordinary right now. And so I feel like this is the perfect time for judgment, because now you're starting to see your life as a whole and putting an importance on things, because we have a lot of the outside distractions taken away from us at this present moment. So now people are forced to make some judgments in their life, make some decisions on how they want to come out on the other side of this. Like, what plans do they have? You know, really getting things in order, really looking at things, and honestly making certain judgments in your life that cause you, about certain things that cause you anxiety or cause you to feel inadequate or insignificant, or, Even if you've been making other people feel this way, making judgments about that, because hurt people. So there's a reason, you know, that the emotions are coming up. So this is about you making judgment calls on the stuff that's making you feel anxious. Anything you're really needing to, and it's not even if it's making you feel anxious necessarily on the outside, but in your inner world, this is making you feel anxious because you maybe fear losing this, or you're, you know, there's issues within that are causing you to feel anxiety about certain situations. So it's really just time for you to explore your anxiety. That's what I'm hearing. And the Mother of Pentacles is clarified by the Two of Wands. So there's a lot of spiritual opportunity available to you in this present moment. The decision is yours on your connections. This decision is yours on your emotions. This decision is yours, period. You have this life, and this is your path. These are the things that you're required to do. So this week brings you the opportunity to make some decisions on some matters in your life and how you want to move forward with them. But you need to make sure that you're doing this from a space of unconditional love and truth. Earth signs, your life is literally on the brink of changing. Like, you're about to close out something that you have been, it's been a lifetime battle. So it's big. Like, this is time to celebrate. Because then you go straight to the Magician. It's like, just make your decisions in truth and everything else falls in place for you. Like, everything. So, that being said, I love you guys. Thank you for being here. Namaste. Mwah.